U Londonu se ovih dana možda više nego inače govori najuticajniji jezik današnjice i to nije engleski. Jezik softvera, jezik programiranja, jezik informaciono-komunikacionih tehnologija. Tečno govore svi koji ovih dana dolaze u London kako bi se našli ovdje na BET Showu, najvećem svjetskom sajmu organizovanom na temu Nove tehnologije u obrazovanju.
35.000 posjetilaca iz 138 zemalja, među kojima su nastavnici, učenici, direktori škola, kreatori obrazovne politike, ministri, 850 izlagača i 500 predavača, najkraći je rezime 4 uzbudljiva dana koliko je trajalo ovo svojevrsno putovanje u budućnost koja je već počela. BET Show, nacionalna manifestacija koju je davne 1985. pokrenulo Britansko udruženje proizvođača i snadbjevača u oblasti obrazovne tehnologije, prerastao je vremenom u svjetski događaj sa misijom da se povežu ljudi, ideje, primjeri dobre prakse, inovacije, tehnologije kako bi nastavnici i učenici ostvarili svoj puni potencijal. Svi koji su se našli ovdje svjesni su da će u budućnosti, koja je nepredvidljivija i neuhvatljivija nego ikada, tehnologije imati značajnu ulogu, pa je pitanje svih pitanja kako se prilagoditi tome. U evropskim zemljama posljednjih godina obrazovni sistemi se otvaraju za učenje programiranja na samom početku školovanja.
The BBC microbit is a little device. It's small. That was developed by the BBC 2 years ago. And the BBC was looking for a way to teach young children about technology, get them involved with technology, confident with technology, so that when they're older, they're adults, they're not scared of it, right? Even if they're an artist or a teacher or a lawyer, they say, yeah, I know technology, I can code. And that really helps society move forward, right? Accept technology, use it for good. We started that project with the goal of giving a microbit to every 7th grader in the United Kingdom. And that happened last year. So we deployed over 1 million devices in the UK. Every single 7th grade student got a microbit in school.
Microbit je najambiciozniji BBC-ev obrazovni projekat u posljednjih 30 godina. Ovaj džepni kompjuter omogućava djeci da programiraju, inoviraju, kreiraju. Nastao u saradnji BBC-a, Microsofta i brojnih drugih partnera, Microbit je popularan i van Britanije, te je sada prisutan u 32 zemlje na 8 jezika. Uskoro će se pojaviti u 1000 hrvatskih osnovnih škola.
So the microbit makes technology and coding, it makes it very physical for kids. The way it works is that we have a web page where they can tell the microbit what to do. So if I press a button, it tells the microbit to change my face to a sad face. I press another button, my microbit turns to a smiley face. And the kids can tell microbit to do that. And then we have a very easy way to move that to the device, and they see it happening. And that's the kind of magic of invention for kids. And then they go much further. We attach speakers, we attach lights, they make wearables with lights. We can do physics, so we can measure compass, angle, acceleration of a car or of gravity. So we can study the physical world with the microbit.
Potreba da djeca programiraju, da kreiraju digitalne sadržaje umjesto da ih samo konzumiraju, jedna je od glavnih smjernica primjene novih tehnologija u obrazovanju. Zbog toga su roboti preplavili BET Show. Japanska kompanija RTCG proizvodi obrazovne materijale i igračke i prisutna je u 70.000 vrtića u Japanu i u 40.000 osnovnih i srednjih škola. Zabavno slaganje RTCG kockica protkano je programiranjem i veoma često djeca su usmjerena na primjenu programiranja u svakodnevnom životu.
We would also want to make sure that children are able to program models of real life technology. I'll give you a simple example. This here is a model of a traffic light. So children will have to assemble and program their very own traffic light. What you do, you would press a sensor, a touch sensor here, and you would see in a couple of seconds that the light would change. You cannot hear this very well perhaps, but there is a buzzer here and the sound is coming out as well. So children will be able to study programming. However, in addition to that, they will be able to understand how this particular programming is actually used in real life.
Pored programiranja koje se u razvijenim zemljama u posljednjih 5 godina počinje učiti od prvog razreda osnovne škole, a ponegdje i u vrtiću, u obrazovnim sistemima postaje aktuelna i takozvana digitalna kreativnost. Nove tehnologije širom otvaraju vrata novim oblicima vizualne umjetnosti. Kako se učenici likovno izražavaju u eri 3D modelovanja i 3D štampe i kako njihove ideje povezati sa stvarnim svijetom, kako razviti vještine koje spajaju umjetnost, digitalna sredstva i biznis.
"3D printing, 3D štampa je nova tehnologija koja već dosta postaje popularna u školama, međutim škole ne znaju šta da rade sa njima, nemaju materijal, nemaju sadržaj i tu u stvari mi ulazimo sa našom igrom. Igra se zove Kideville. Kideville je program za ceo semestar, za ceo razred, da rade zajedno, da stvaraju grad i svaki učenik pravi svoju zgradu koja je potrebna gradu. Znači, neko dobije zadatak da pravi univerzitet, neko bolnicu, neko školu, neko parkove i onda treba zajedno da isplaniraju, da naprave urbanistički plan gde će šta da bude i onda prolaze kroz proces dizajna gde u stvari stvaraju samu arhitekturu. Prvo imaju ideju, pa skicu, pa 3D model na kompjuteru i onda na kraju 3D štampu.
Svaki izlagač na sajmu Bed Show dotiče se teme poslova u budućnosti. Na štandu Kidzanije, svojevrsnog dječjeg grada, u kome se mogu isprobati sva moguća zanimanja, sve je podređeno tome da djeca sama istraže različite profesije.
We're about aspiration, we're about inspiration, we're about confidence, we're about curiosity and finding out. And one of the main positives of Kidzania is that grown-ups are there to be seen and not heard. So the children are in charge.
I'm one of the few female pilots. I've been to America, Spain, and I love every minute of it. Air traffic control has cleared us for takeoff. Okay, let's go. People, property, and postcodes. I call it the 3 Ps. Hello, Mrs. Smith. How can I help you?
I have won lots of awards. When I was a school child, I was directing my school play. It's not a job, it's a calling.
A Romeo. A Romeo. They see surgery as an art form. It's vital to keep a cool head. Scalpel? I'm a bit of a petrol head. I could have been a doctor, but I prefer cars. What's not to love?
And we are live in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, and welcome to the 9 o'clock news.
In my mind, what Kidzania does best, over time, it makes children confident. It puts children in a position whereby they're no longer worried or frightened to try new things. So what does it do? It does that. So a child who comes the first time might start off with something they're familiar with, the supermarket. They might end up landing an aeroplane, something that they'd never thought of 4 hours before when they entered.
Kidzanija ima i svoju banku, ali i svoju valutu. Na ulazu u Kidzaniju djeca dobijaju kidzose.
Kidzos is Kidzanian money. At the point of entry to Kidzania London, you get 50 Kidzos. You can spend those Kidzos in the department store or on certain activities. When you run out of money, you can't go and buy any more. You have to go and work to earn more. You can open a bank account, you can earn interest. You get a cash point card, an ATM card, you can come back the next time and discover that you've got more money than when you left. So essentially, it is a role play learned by doing scenario, focusing on financial literacy.
I dok su putevi djece vodili u Kidzaniju, putevi odraslih vodili su u Bet Arenu, svojevrsnu pozornicu na kojoj nastupaju poznati obrazovni stručnjaci potežući vruće teme savremene škole. Sudeći po neviđenoj gužvi, pitanje koje već godinama pokreće Sir Ken Robinson, da li škole ubijaju kreativnost, aktuelnije je nego ikada. Kako u svijetu kojem uveliko prijeti dugoročna nezaposlenost mladih pokrenuti obrazovnu revoluciju? Kako omogućiti učenicima da prepoznaju i razviju svoje talente? Kako razumjeti stvarnost u kojoj je stalna promjena jedina izvjesnost? Svijet se nepovratno mijenja se i škola u njemu.
Why do kids have to learn in a classroom when their classroom can be the whole world? You know, why not let kids seek out their own knowledge, construct new knowledge, and apply it in creative, unique ways, using real-world tools to do real-world work? So I think it's going to force us to really look critically at the culture of learning in our schools across the world and think about how we can do what we do better. Because if we don't, school will become irrelevant to our kids and they're not going to need us anymore.
It seems that so far just learning is in the class, and it's not that way. Today we can learn outside the class a lot. We don't need to learn in the class. And for example, it is said that if universities, they don't change the idea of how they teach, they are going to be erased, because universities, in higher school or secondary, it's compulsory mainly in most of the countries. But university, nowadays if you want to be a student and you want to learn, you don't need to go to university.
We go out in the classrooms and show them how they can remove the walls of the classroom and take their surroundings in use. Because these are the surroundings that the pupils are going to be in. They're not going to have a classroom all day, every day of their life. So let's go out in the forest and explore what's there instead of just being in a classroom and seeing pictures. So to explore and investigate and innovate as well.
Zbog svega ovoga potrebno je sagledati izazove koje savremena škola postavlja pred učenike, ali i pred nastavnike. Nastavnici se suočavaju sa paradoksalnom situacijom da se njihovi đaci mnogo bolje snalaze u digitalnom svijetu i da kompjuter u učionici, za mnogi od njih, može postati izvor nesigurnosti i straha od neuspjeha.
We don't allow teachers to take risk. You're not allowed to fail in front of your students. If the teacher doesn't know how to do something, then we're not going to allow the students to do that. And I think that's holding back a lot of our students, many of whom are already embracing digital technologies and may know even more than the teacher. So I like to think about the Olympics. Usain Bolt is the fastest person on the planet, but Usain Bolt has a coach. His coach can't run as fast, his coach can't jump as far, but his coach helps him maximize his performance on the field. And that's what we should be doing as teachers. Don't get caught up in that you may not know how to use the technology. Think about how you can help coach your students to do the very best learning that they can do with the technology that they have available.
A na raspolaganju im je obilje digitalnih sredstava. Današnji učenici i studenti vršnjaci su Google-a koji je nastao 1998. Malo su mlađi ili malo stariji od njega. Današnji učenici ne otvaraju enciklopediju nego Wikipediju, ne gledaju u sveske nego u tablete i imaju veće očekivanje od tehnologije nego ikada ranije.
Nobody likes change. Teachers, leaders, parents, kids, nobody likes change. When it comes to technology, it's how do we integrate it with purpose? How do we show that technology can improve the same very outcomes that we've been focused on using traditional methods? And I think when teachers see that they're still focusing on that same outcome, but arriving at it in a better way, a way that gets better results, that's how you get people to believe, to support, to embrace a cultural shift. Success breeds success. We used our teachers to model different and better. And as our teachers were successful, kids started talking, parents started talking, and their actions. Listen, leaders are not going to motivate teachers. Leaders need to motivate teachers to become those leaders that our classrooms need.
Savremenoj učionici su po svemu sudeći potrebni nastavnici koji će tehnologiju staviti u službu svog predavačkog umijeća. Na Bet Show dolaze mnogi koji su prevalili dug put koji je vodio od straha do povjerenja.
I am here because for me, for example, this 5 years ago was a problem in the classroom, but nowadays it's a tool that it's very, very useful. And I realized that not just the teacher is the main source of information, that the teacher has to be the shaker and helping students to be the makers of knowledge.
Digitalne generacije zaista zahtijevaju promjenu pristupa u školi. Današnji tinejdžeri rođeni su otprilike kad i Facebook, YouTube i Twitter. Osnovci su vršnjaci iPhona i iPada, a đaci prvaci stigli su na ovaj svijet kad i Google naočare i Apple sat.
Children are brave, so adults often be, oh, I don't want to touch that button, they're frightened about what might go wrong. You know, children have no fear often when it comes to technology. They're prepared to experiment, they're prepared to learn through actually, you know, trying things out.
Djeca koja su prva slova ispisala na ekranu umjesto na papiru i koja su porasla okružena tabletima, mobilnim telefonima, Lego robotima, razvila su nove vještine nepoznate prethodnim generacijama. Neke studije pokazuju da su pored multimedijalne pismenosti, sposobnosti obavljanja više zadataka istovremeno, ovi učenici razvili očekivanje da usvajanje znanja bude povezano sa zabavom. Čini se da današnja djeca u okeanu visokih tehnologija plivaju kao ribe u vodi, no je li to baš tako?
There's an expression, does the goldfish know that it's wet? Right? Our students are goldfish in water, you know? They don't know they're wet. They can consume technology all day. Yeah. But actually their skills are not very good. They think they know, but they need to be taught. And they need to be taught to use tools for learning that they are used to using for leisure. So teaching a student that an iPad is an educational resource when they've had one since they were 3 years old for playing games, that is a real learning curve for a student, and it takes time.
Izgleda da neumitna stvarnost visokih tehnologija izvodi i nastavnike i učenike iz zone komfora. Svako će se morati prilagoditi, svako će u vlastitoj formuli za kvalitetno obrazovanje morati računati na tehnologije, jer se digitalni svijet razvija i raste nevjerovatnom brzinom.
Technology is the enabler. And what we need to do is embrace technology so technology works for us to give better experiences and allow us to actually enrich our lives. But who would have said that we would have had driverless lorries or driverless cars? That will probably happen. Our world is changing and technology is driving that change at a pace that is incredible. And every day that is happening. So technology is here to stay, it's not going to go away. Digital is permanent. So I don't think we will replace our great school leaders and teachers, but I think we will help them teach better and learn more and actually allow young people to become more very quickly.
Jedan takav mladi čovjek sa samo 26 godina zaslužio je nastup u Bet Areni i bio je najmlađi govornik na ovogodišnjem sajmu. Kada je prije 10 godina počeo da eksperimentiše sa videoblogom na YouTube-u, Charlie McDonnell nije mogao ni naslutiti da se spontano upustio u stvaranje nove profesije 21. vijeka i da će takozvani vlog postati posao sa punim radnim vremenom. Danas njegov kanal, posvećen zabavnoj nauci, prati 2,3 miliona ljudi.
I saw other people making video blogs. It seemed like an interesting community. It didn't seem too difficult to do. There was kind of like a lower bar to entry to YouTube back then. These days you can look at some video bloggers and they've got quite expensive cameras and quite professional outfits, but back then it was much more simple and I just thought, yeah, that looks like a fun time, I'll have a go.
What time is it? Ask that question to someone on the street and you'll probably get a nice, straightforward answer. But ask that same thing to a physicist and you're posing one of the most deeply mysterious and uncertain questions that science has to offer. Because apparently, the more you know about what time actually is, the harder it is to answer that question. What time is it? So, just coming up to 6.
Fun science, fun science, fun science, it's the science of fun, yeah.
My mum was concerned to start off with right when I started, because I don't think she particularly knew what I was doing. She kind of just heard me in my bedroom talking to myself, a little bit concerned, as mums should be. But then one of my videos was featured on the front page of YouTube. I got a big influx of kind of viewers at that time. And that's when I kind of started talking to my mum, and I was like, hey mum, I'm doing this thing on YouTube and it seems to be going well. And my mum's incredibly supportive. So she was like, I don't understand this, but he seems to love it, so I'll let him do it. And now my mum is like the most supportive mum ever. She has her own YouTube channel. She knows more about the YouTube community than I do these days. So yeah, no, I'm very fortunate that both my parents weren't just like, no, don't do this weird thing on the internet, that's dangerous. Obviously I had to be careful putting yourself out there online. But yeah, fortunately that was all fine.
Hi, I'm Pluto.
Hi, Pluto.
And I'm not a planet.
U petominutnim klipovima Charlie se hvata u koštac sa složenim naučnim temama kao što su planete, Dopplerov efekat, vrijeme, prostor, tamna materija, tamna energija. U komentarima na njegovom YouTube kanalu hvale ga nastavnici koji koriste njegov materijal na času, a krajem prošle godine svoje vlogove pretočio je i u knjigu.
And I realized I could use this platform that I had on YouTube to teach people about science who weren't necessarily going to seek that information out themselves. And that form of kind of like me being able to educate people came directly from the technology of the internet, of me having my cameras and things like that, being able to use basic editing software, there being a relatively low bar to entry. That's just not the sort of thing that would have been possible at all 10 years ago. I wouldn't have been able to have that platform, or it would have been harder for me to find that. And I think, education is one of the key and most important things just in the world generally. And as much as we can use that technology to get information out to people kind of like across the world, like with my YouTube channel, there's no barriers to anybody across the world can watch it, If you understand English, then you're right in there. So, I think those two things definitely go hand in hand kind of perfectly. And they've enabled my career, so yeah.
Charlijeva uspješna karijera odličan je primjer kreativnog i korisnog spoja tehnologija i obrazovanja, no ova kombinacija krije u sebi mnoge zamke i iskušenja. Pokazuje to i sami Bet Show, u čijem se zavodljivom šarenilu tako lako izgubiti. Na tržištu je toliko softvera, ideja, inovacija, aplikacija. Posjetiocima je zaista potrebna uvježbanost i kondicija da ne zaborave da su zapravo došli na sajam obrazovanja.
We have to be very mindful that we don't use technology for technology's sake in education. We need to let children experience that everything they learn has a purpose. So don't do coding for coding's sake, but code purposefully. Let there be an outcome, tangible, where the children can celebrate, show and tell, and say, look what I did. Because then they will come back for more.
Technology for the sake of it is pointless. But if the school said, hey, we're going to use this technology to raise attainment, get better exam results, and also train the teachers and give them the responsibility to actually implement in the classroom, then that leads to better use of the technology.
What we did was we improved our learning culture through a technology lens. We improved our assessments. We improved our observation evaluation protocols. We improved our professional development. We looked at every aspect that defines a great culture and really found that natural connection to technology. Pedagogy trumps technology. We focused on pedagogy, and then the technology helped us get to where we wanted to be.
U izobilju inovativnih ideja i softverskih i hardverskih rješenja koje pokrivaju širok raspon aktualnih tema, od toga kada i kako učiti osnove programiranja do toga koja su digitalna sredstva metodološki najefikasnija, važno je da nastavnik, direktor škole ili neko ko donosi odluke i kreira obrazovnu politiku ima smjernicu, da ima kompas.
I think the biggest risk with technology in any area is taking it on just because it's new, taking it on for its own sake. And I would say, as a school leader or a teacher or a parent, you've got to ask yourself the question, what are my priorities? What are my priorities for my students or my children? And I think that the thinking around that needs to take a little bit longer than just saying, oh, well, this is the priority. I think taking a bit of time out just to say, well, that's the initial response, but is that actually really what I think? It may turn out that it is, But I think a bit of analysis, self-reflection can be helpful there to find out if it truly is the case. Because when you then have those priorities, you can use them to make decisions about technology. So for example, your priority might be as a school leader to offer all students as much opportunity for challenge as possible. And you might decide that that is the #1 way through which you're going to raise achievement and help students make progress. Now, once you've decided on that, you then have a lens through which to look at technology. So instead of looking at technology and saying, will that work for me? You say, this is what I'm looking for. Does that technology fit with what I want? And I think in that way you can take control of it, and then you can go out and, we're at BET today, huge show, there must be 1,000 companies here. And if you were here with that mindset, you can then go out and say, right, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, but that looks like it fits. So then suddenly I think you start to make decisions which are financially better because you're spending money in a way that fits with your wider priorities, but also they're better in terms of teaching and learning because you've got that confidence that what you want to achieve is going to be supported by the technology rather than, cross fingers, let's hope it works.
Vođeni prioritetima u školi, direktori nabavljaju opremu. Vođeni prioritetima u učionici, nastavnici biraju sredstva kojima će najefikasnije postići svoj cilj.
Thank you, Zara. When this was all beginning, the digital education, there was a lot of focus on the tool. I have an iPad, I have an app, how can I use it? And what we're doing at St. Catherine's is focusing on the task. I want my students to develop literacy. So what task is going to take them there and what tools support the task? So it's reverse that process. Begin with the learning and move to the technology.
Dosadašnje iskustvo mnogih škola pokazuje da video sadržaji postaju važan izvor učenja na razne teme. Na internetu su dostupna stručna predavanja, YouTube na koji se svakog minuta uploaduje 300 sati video sadržaja postaje svojevrsna učionica, da ne govorimo o specijalizovanim kompanijama kao što je Discovery Education koje namjenski proizvode video sadržaje za školu.
In my experience as a teacher, 20 years experience, it's been the use of digital stories that enable students to tell you what they understand. And because it's a varied format, there's video, there's imagery, there's text, there's their voice, they don't feel inhibited by writing things down all the time. And some of my students, they don't like to write things down, they like to explain. And I think if a student explains a topic, you can probably tell they understand it.
We use the videos in different ways. Sometimes we just let the children watch the video for 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes we'll turn the sound off the video and let them watch without the sound and they have to think what is going on in the video. Sometimes we hide the video and we leave the sound on so they're just listening and again they have to think what's going on, they write ideas down and then we watch the video later. And it's just all about getting the brains working and getting the children switched on and ready for the lesson.
Right now I am here in London and my students are in Mataró and they have to prepare 2 videos, 2 artworks for next Monday. They have to watch a video, they have to answer some questions that they have to think about, and then on Monday we have to put it together and we have to share it together. So I am not in the class and my students they are working. I don't need to be there.
Ovaj model nastave u kome učenici sami istražuju novu temu koja tek treba da se obradi na času i to tako što koriste online izvore, najčešće video sadržaje koje im mailom ili preko posebne platforme šalje nastavnik, polako osvaja evropske učionice. Zbog domaćeg zadatka koji se dobija prije časa, a ne na kraju časa kao što je to oduvijek bio slučaj, koncept je nazvan izokrenuto učenje.
So flipped learning ostensibly is where the knowledge part of the lesson is taken out and delivered to the children beforehand that they access and they do at home. What does this mean in terms of the teachers and the pupils? Well, it means if you're doing a lesson on the water cycle, instead of spending 10 minutes of your lesson watching a video where the students are sitting there very passively just watching, if you gave them that video to watch on a learning platform, send them the link via a platform like Office 365, they click on the link, they watch that video, it means you regain that 10 minutes of the lesson. We've taken it a step further. So for us, it isn't just about sharing the knowledge, it's also moving into initial comprehension. So what we do is we not only send that video home for them to watch, for them to access online beforehand, we ask them some questions to test their understanding. The teacher then looks at their responses, and this is all before the beginning of the lesson, and they see, therefore, the children that have got it and think, okay, they can do the lesson I've planned, but oh no, here I've got a group of 5 children that clearly do not understand. What's that going to make me do? I'm going to be sitting with that group. So what flipped learning enables is assessment for learning before you even get into the lesson. And that's why it's been transformational, because it means the teacher can better differentiate and target the children. It means that that teacher can move learning on or support and scaffold learning if they need it.
Digitalni svijet zaista stvara obilje mogućnosti, mnoge teme su otvorene, a čini se da je spajanje umjetnosti i tehnologija oblast u kojoj nas budućnost može najviše iznenaditi. Čime će sve biti inspirisani mladi koji na kompjuteru mogu da slikaju i da komponuju? Ima li prostora za potpuno novu umjetnost, za revoluciju koja nam se desila pojavom filma? Imogen Heap, poznata pjevačica i kompozitorka, također zvijezda ovogodišnje Bet Arene, muzičku karijeru nadogradila je inovatorskom i preduzetničkom. Izumila je bežične rukavice koje njen scenski nastup obogaćuju i zvučnim i vizuelnim efektima.
Combining posture recognitions, so I have many different postures. I have 1 finger point, 2 finger point, fist, open hand, pinch, articulate, T finger, rock sign, fist, yeah. So kind of combinations of these with movement direction, with movement like pitch, yaw and roll. So you could be like 1 finger point, pitch, could be make a sound that's kind of a twinkly sound and it goes up in octaves, but when I go over here it filters and it goes, or maybe when I turn my arm like that, my wrist, it creates a different effect. I could do it with my hands. I can sample my voice. I can throw it over there so people in the audience will hear the sound move over there, or sound move over there. I could stretch the sound. I can create visuals at the same time. It feels like a second skin. It feels like an augmented version of myself.
Tehnologija je donijela duboke promjene savremenoj muzici i komponovanju, pa su milionima ljudi danas lako dostupni uslovi za rad koji su u prošlosti bili namijenjeni samo odabranima.
So what we have now is, incredible software that we can buy or not buy and have on our laptops at home. The same power and quality that you could have got, 50 years ago in a studio for hundreds of thousands of pounds, we have at our fingertips. So it means that young people can already start to engage with their creative side and have all these incredible tools, production tools, writing tools, for literally next to nothing, and be able to express themselves in ways that they couldn't have done even 20 years ago. So I think it's a really exciting time for music that is going to be idiosyncratic and different and beautiful for kids and young people to be able to hone in on their skills very early on, because they don't have to rely on a big studio to go and experiment, that they can start really early on. What we see now as a result of that is millions of tracks being uploaded every week, all people all around the world, young and old, making music.
Zanimljivi govornici smjenjivali su se u Bet Areni 4 dana, tematizujući novu realnost koja se na naše oči rađa i mnoga obrazovna pitanja čini otvorenim.
Uz riječi tehnologije i obrazovanje, ključne riječi ovog sajma, najčešće riječi koje se mogu pročitati na porukama napisanim ovdje na zidovima Bet Arene ili na štandovima izlagača jesu budućnost i stvarni život.
Tako su mnogi izlagači ove godine nudili rješenje za probleme koji nastaju ili će nastajati u svakodnevnom životu jedne škole. Kompanija EduKey, jedna od nagrađenih na ovogodišnjem betu, svojim inovativnim softverom reguliše raspored učenika u razredu kako bi vladanje na času bilo bolje. Kada nastavnik uoči promjenu u ponašanju učenika, kompjuter registruje gdje on sjedi. Na osnovu svojevrsnih profila učenika koje nastavnik pravi i unosi u bazu podataka, softver raznim analizama predlaže idealni razmještaj u učionici.
So we make a really big impact in schools. We did some user surveys recently, and one of my favourite things was 98% of our schools would recommend us to another school, and they do. And the reason for that is we make an immediate impact on student behaviour, and we take a very proactive approach to it. One of our schools, for example, they had like 4 exclusions where children are sent home from school every week. And then we came on board and we cut that down to 2 for a whole year. So that was a 98% reduction in exclusions for that school within a year.
Profile učenika nastavnik pravi tako što registruje čitav niz dobrih i problematičnih osobina i bodovima opisuje aktivnost na času, ljubaznost, povezanost sa drugima, znanje iz datog predmeta i sl.
This is what a teacher would see. And what you have here is student cards with important information about the students. So a teacher can drag them around and they can also award points. And the other thing they can do then is take a look at how pupils actually influence each other. So what this is showing is when this pupil is sat with these pupils, behaviour is poor in the classroom. So it's very easy then for the teacher, we can automatically say, and it will make the seating plan so it splits apart the pupils who interact in a negative way. And then we also have a whole bunch of analysis available for the head teacher, and that's about the pupils, about their behaviour trends, because if a pupil behaviour changes downhill, it's always good to put an intervention in place at an early stage.
Među inovativnim rješenjima bilo je i onih koja se ne odnose na nastavu, već na školsku administraciju. Španska kompanija Dinancija napravila je aplikaciju za mobilne telefone kojom su roditelji povezani sa školom 24 časa dnevno, što se pokazalo korisnim u mnogim situacijama.
One of the schools that is using Dinantia, they are in Barcelona near the mountain. So a few days ago there was a fire in the mountain. It was kind of close to the school. But nothing happened. I mean, firemen called the school and told them everything is okay, so school can keep on as expected. And then what they did, they sent a message. It was 12 o'clock in the morning, more or less. They sent a message to everybody in the school, so to all the parents, telling them, firemen called us. They said everything is okay, so school is going to go on as expected. You can pick your kids at 4 o'clock as always. So everybody got the message in the smartphone at that moment.
Zanimljivo je da su se na betu počela pojavljivati i inovativna rješenja za probleme koji su izazvani pretjeranom ili neadekvatnom upotrebom samih tehnologija. Nedavna istraživanja govore da svako 5. dijete u Britaniji do svoje 5. godine ima ozbiljne probleme sa usmenim izražavanjem.
What did you do?
You made a squirrel and a tree.
Yeah.
Listen.
What did you do?
Yay! Who's talking? Who was that? It was you talking about the squirrel and the tree that you made.
Many people have suggested that the digital lives we lead with Facebook and email and technology in the home is reducing the amount of language children are hearing in their home. And Chatter is an approach which tries to address that challenge by capturing images of the things the children have been doing, the games they've played, the places they've been, things they've enjoyed, and attaching language to that so that the language is kept and the children can keep listening and repeating and becoming more fluent and confident communicators.
Bet show kao svojevrsna projekcija naše budućnosti koja uopšte nije tako daleka, svojom raznovrsnošću, tematikom, idejama, opravdava potrebu za digitalnim liderstvom o kome stručnjaci sve više govore. U oblasti primjene informaciono-komunikacionih tehnologija u obrazovanju potrebni su lideri, oni koji vide dalje, oni koji prepoznaju prioritete, oni koji znaju kako se najprirodnije i najproduktivnije spajaju ova dva kompleksna svijeta.
But leadership is about action. It's not about position, titles, or power. I empowered my teachers and kids to be leaders and model these new expectations that we have. I think I helped to remove the fear of failure, celebrate success, and in the process, teachers believed that innovation could improve what they were doing. And the best outcome was teachers and kids embracing different and better, preparing our kids with the mindset, the skills, the disposition to be the next generation of thinkers, doers, inventors, creators. And it was that overall transformation in our culture that I played my small role in, but if it wasn't for my teachers and kids and building an entire system of leaders, we would not have been successful.
U toj priči o uspješnom spoju digitalnog i tradicionalnog, čak i kontroverzne kompjuterske igre, oko kojih roditelji širom svijeta svakodnevno pregovaraju sa svojom djecom, mogu imati i svoju dobru stranu.
Research has shown that games can improve cognitive development, motivation, emotional development, communication skills. And I think with gaming is, how do we help our kids that are quiet, reserved, find their voice? You know, in games, kids are involved in complex problem solving, strategy, but now kids are collaborating, they're communicating, they're sharing. So I think we have to look at, again, going back to pedagogy, how do we involve inquiry, design thinking, getting kids to create their own games, their own outcomes, teaching others through gaming. So I think we're only scratching the surface as to what gaming can do, but for my own son, it's improved his confidence, the way he communicates, the way he uses technology to showcase what he learns. He's become a self-directed learner, but most importantly, he's having fun. And I think we want kids to not only learn in schools, but have fun. With gaming, kids do to learn. They don't learn to do like school teaches them. And I think if we focus on do to learn, we'll see our results improve.
Da u rukama umješnog pedagoga igre mogu postati moćno obrazovno sredstvo, svjedoči izuzetno popularni edukativni kviz Kahoot, koji je nastao u Norveškoj, a osvojio je milione nastavnika i djece širom svijeta. Bilo da igraju ili da sami kreiraju igru, djeca uče. Dok za određenu temu, da ne kažemo lekciju, osmišljavaju pitanja i po 4 ponuđena odgovora, od kojih je samo jedan tačan, dok ilustruju temu fotografijama i videoklipovima, koje su ili sami snimili ili preuzeli sa interneta, đaci uče i zabavljaju se.
Kahoot is now used in over 180 countries, so all over the world. We've got 4 million teachers signed up for accounts on the platform. We also have 14 million games that have already been created by our users all over the world that are already available on the platform, and that's in any subject, for any age, any level. And we also have 30 million monthly active users.
Popularnost ove igre, koja može poslužiti na času matematike, maternjeg, fizike ili hemije, raste nevjerovatnom brzinom. Od prošlogodišnjeg beta broj kreiranih Kahoot kvizova se utrostručio.
A teacher can sign up for a free account at getkahoot.com. They start creating and playing their own learning games. It's a bit like a multiple choice quiz format where they'd add questions and answers. They can add images and video to their questions. And when they play the Kahoot game, they'd launch it on a big screen, normally in the classroom, and the students or the players would join the game with their own devices.
Nakon 4 dana nepojmljive sadržajne raznolikosti kakvu nudi Bet show, malo smo bliži odgovoru na pitanje kuda ide budućnost obrazovanja i kako pripremiti mlade da se prilagode neizvjesnosti i stalnoj promjeni. Tehnologije sasvim sigurno neće nestati i treba im dati svrsishodno mjesto u savremenoj školi, u kojoj će sticanje vještina biti jednako važno, ako ne i važnije, nego sticanje znanja.
the future is unwritten, the future is unknown. What we do see from employers, from universities, is this call for our students to be more critical, more able to select between sources, more able to understand relationships. They're looking for students who can collaborate, students who are creative, students who can communicate.
What is real news? What is fake news? What are real facts? What are alternative facts? And why did the person who put that information on the internet, what agenda did they have? How do we help think through that? Because that's the most critical skill for a 21st century student. It's assess the information that is so readily available.
You know, this amazing technology can bring the curriculum to life. It can, you know, give children a voice on a worldwide scale. It can sort of, you know, give them the platform to change the world. Who's to say that one of our pupils will not be the first person to walk on Mars or to visit the International Space Station or be a great sort of designer, but we've got to make sure that what they're experiencing in schools, you know, gives them the tools, gives them the confidence that, you know, anything is possible, and technology is a wonderful vehicle for enabling that.